for us to break through.
Seven commanders.
Seven commanders.
Glory to mankind.
Glory to mankind.
The street.
The street.
Hey Tarif.
Hey Tarif. Hey
Canish.
Ravenshire.
And hey Alex.
And hey Alex.
It'll be interesting
to see what's up with the Guardians.
I haven't been to
the Guardian sites in a while. To confess. I'm here currently in the process of storing my two pre-engineered.
These are pre-engineered.
Are these the pre-engineered? I think so.
Yeah, these are
ones that have crazy shot speed and crazy range.
As they are kind of
handy at Guardian sites to deal with
the sort of what do they call those
drones again?
I
can't remember.
Echo.
Thanks for letting me know, Alex. Let me see
if
we can deal with that. 1 second.
All right, let me know. Did I fix the echo? Has the echo been fixed? Checking if the echo has been fixed. Alright. Yeah. So I got a new camera or webcam. I actually got to put up a DSLR as a webcam. And it picked up the microphone from the DSLR too. Hence the echo. But thank you guys for letting me know. And that was resolved quickly. Now switching back to our Mandalay. Now we should have the option to place the utility mounts. We want to place them on the top hard points, which are these two. So we have them in the right spot. I want to make sure I also get the right ones, because I have also some engineered one, which is... I'm glad it's good, Alex. It is definitely an upgrade. Like... big time upgrade. This one. Okay, and then I don't think we need hard points unless we're going to Guardian beacons, but I don't think we're going to beacons today, so I think we're just going to ground sites. So in that case, we don't need any hard points. We need good FSD, which we have, and then here, what I probably will do is I will switch things up somewhat. I have a hangar and I have, I think, a Scar and a Scorpion, so that's fine. I have a DSS, not that I need it. This is all random stuff. But I do want to fit a 64-ton cargo rack, so I'm gonna lose this fuel scoop and maybe downgrade my fuel scoop. But typically what you are better off doing is downgrading your Guardian yeah, for the Guardian missiles, Alex Benny, so that's correct. I was saying what you want to do is you want to downgrade your frameshift drive booster. So instead, if I don't have it available, but I'll pick it up here and put a fuel scoop there, and instead use class 4 frameshift drive booster, which I'm sure I have because I have everything. And we are now, I think, properly configured to pick up 64 tons of stuff, which, by the way, I think I might even have on my carrier. Guardian tablet. Guardian urn, Guardian orb, Guardian relics. I actually have them here. Should I just turn the ones that I have here in? Might as well kind of do it as well. Go and sign up for the CG. What else do we take? Guardian relic, Guardian, Titan drive component, tissue samples. You never know when those relics could come in handy. Apparently now they come in handy, which is good. So we'll go and turn these in first, because that's 36 tons, 2 tablets. Unclassified relics, 3 caskets. Unclassified relics don't count, right? I don't think unclassified relics are the thing that people call the green pickles. They're the relics that have been converted at the Guardian site and have become green. So I don't think these count. So this is all the Guardian stuff I had. It's 41 tons. Oh, that's a good start. Okay. And we'll just go and turn these in before we head out to the Guardian sites and gather some more. And while I'm doing that, actually let me check that my game filter is set. Yeah, this is good. Alright. Let me also make sure my graphics settings are set to some reasonable thing. This is fine. Quality. You get all the eye candy. This is fine. Do we need anything else in our inventory? Limpets? No. Might actually pick up some Guardian Technology components while I'm at it, which would be good. I do have a collector, but I don't think collectors is going to do much. What's the product placement, Flesh the Fair? Of what? Product placement of what? Oh, the Coke I'm drinking? No, not I wish I was big enough of a streamer to get a sponsorship from Coke. That'd be a very different lifestyle as a streamer. Surface scanner. I got distracted. Oh, so I have the SRV, so that's good. I think I have what I need. Alright. So now we're gonna have to go on a little bit of a sort of tour here. Because I think the sign up is on the opposite side of the Guardian sites. The Guardian sites are somewhere around here. I think. No, actually, they're the ones down here. Theirs is instead the silly radicoid thingy. I think it's somewhere around here. I believe. And it's a bit of a hike to get here. It's like 800 light years or something. So it's a few jumps. 11 jumps. But the Mandy jumps nicely, so off we go. We did have to downsize our Guardian and frameshift drive booster, so unfortunately there's that. That's like probably an extra jump or so. So not too bad. In the meanwhile, are you guys familiar with the history of the Guardians in lore and in-game? How much do you know about one of the 2 alien species in the universe of Elite that we know of? And reportedly, like, one that is sort of extinct. I mean, the Guardians were a highly technologically advanced race that created also an AI to kind of govern its civilization. And at some point in the history of our galaxy got into a spat with the Fargoids and apparently actually won the war against the Fargoids. You wouldn't tell if you just look at the Guardians fighters and how bad they are at interceptor combat. You would not be able to tell that they actually won the war against the Fargoids. But that is in lore, like, the history of the original conflict between the Guardians and the Fargoids. And that is why sort of the most effective weapons that we have nowadays are so-called Guardian weapons. So the Guardian Gauss Cannon, the Guardian Shard Cannon, the Guardian Plasma Charger, and their modified version by Salvation and Azimuth, which are probably the best weapons in the game against Fargoid, especially the Shard Cannons. But at some point after winning the Fargoid War, apparently the Guardian main AI went rogue. And basically destroyed the Guardians themselves. So as a bit of a warning against the perils of AI in this age, there's this in-lore, in-game thing that says that the AI, the master AI that the Guardians had created, ultimately ended up destroying the Guardians. But apparently the Guardian AI is still out there somewhere, as in, after destroying the Guardians, it either went dormant or it's unclear what the deal was with whatever happened with the Guardian AI, but it's technically still alive. No, Raxa is not their AI. Raxa is a place, and it's a very different thing in lore, and it's not associated with Guardians at all. It's associated with the Dark Wheel, and it's associated with a bunch of other things that have nothing to do with Guardians. So no, their AI is not Raxa. In addition to sort of being technologically advanced and having defeated the Thargoids, the other remarkable thing about the Guardians is that apparently they have technology that allowed to upload one's consciousness into some kind of matrix. And there's some kind of hint that Guardian relics are that. So there's some kind of hint that Guardian relics, like the pyramid-like shaped, I don't know, I think it's actually a pyramid. I don't even know what the name of that shape is. Like a big triangle kind of thingy. Well, there's again this theory that Guardian relics actually are storage devices for some kind of consciousness. And as the theory went, before FDev decided to fire the whole narrative team of Elite Dangerous, the very Salvation had reportedly uploaded his consciousness into a Guardian construct. And as a result, Salvation himself might not fully have completely died with the destruction of a Bright Sentinel during the blockade of HIP 22460, which is instead where he's... Oh, wow, I got a little too close. Which is instead where his physical being was reportedly destroyed together with Bright Sentinel. So... yeah, he's just saying flesh the fair, like, nobody knows that. Well, I mean, there are things we know and there are things we don't know, right? The things we know about Raxa come from the novellas, like the Dark Wheel and so, I mean, there's this whole discussion about this place that has a portal to some other galaxy or thing, which is reportedly guarded by this society, and... But, I mean, Raxa is deliberately mysterious, and it's left deliberately mysterious as, like, the endgame mystery of Elite Dangerous, if you shall. Hey, Mac, welcome to the stream. And yes, Mac is correctly stating that the project that entailed Salvation uploading his consciousness into a Guardian relic was called Project Nemesis. 07, Commander, aka Arthur, welcome to the stream. And yes, the other remarkable thing of Guardian relics is that they can be hybridized or corrupted, according to how you choose to define that experience, by taking them to a Guardian surface site, a Thargoid surface site. If you feed the machine at the center of a Guardian surface site Guardian relics, it will spit out 3 Guardian relics. It will spit out 3 so-called unclassified relics, which are the same shape, but instead of being blue, they are now green, and they look very Thargoid. It's to this day somewhat unclear what unclassified relics actually entail, but they have been useful to Palian and Ramta in devising certain devices that have helped the war against the Thargoid Titans, notably the Caustic Sink Launcher and the Nanite Torpedoes. And I think at some point you needed like a Thargoid unclassified or Guardian Thargoid hybrid unclassified relic to get access to a Thargoid Pulse Neutralizer, but I think that requirement was dropped, and now that is generally just available for credits. So there's a bit of a history again with regards to like that whole shebang of how Guardian relics work and how they are used in game for a variety of purposes. And now the CG is it's a bit odd. It's unclear how Guardians fit in this overall picture and how they have anything to do with the narrative that is going on with these silly blue plants. But I think it's actually a welcome thing to send players to the Guardian sites, because they are actually a remarkable sight in game and one that a lot of people have never seen. So sending people to collect materials at Guardian sites might also sort of encourage them to try out the mini game of the pillars at Guardian surface sites, potentially pick up a few blueprints, and maybe even unlock Guardian FSD boosters or Guardian Gauss cannons, which you know, the more commanders we have with Guardian Gauss cannons in the galaxy, the safer we all are. So that is something that we strongly welcome. And yeah, I know, Lucy, a lot of people are saying, well, plants are blue, Guardians are blue, the plants have to do with Guardians. I don't know. I think there are only so many colors in the spectrum. I don't know that they necessarily wanted to make that association, but maybe you're right. You know, maybe it will turn out to be a connection. But that is, I think, a bit more in tinfoil hat territory than some of the other things that we've been talking about. And yeah, having the Guardian AI come out as a new antagonist actually would be pretty interesting, pretty cool. How far are we? Like, this is quite the trip. Hey, Robin X, welcome to the stream. We should be just a couple jumps out now. I have to say, it is faster to jump around in the Mandalay because the range is higher, but I do prefer jumping around in the Dolphin, because with the Dolphin you can actually charge your FSD while fuel scooping and you will still not overheat. Dolphin is incredible from a thermal perspective, but it is a few extra jumps and it doesn't have as many internals as the Mandalay, so for this particular mission, the Mandalay is a better choice. Good evening, Del Rymian. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody to the stream. But Caspian is a good ship for traveling. I think Caspian is a good ship to do this in. I agree. Maybe I should have used the Caspian, now that I think about it. Like, maybe go to Jackson Lighthouse and head to a Guardian site in like one hop. That would be cool. In hindsight, yeah, I should have used the Caspian. Good point, Lucy, actually. Hey, Takeshi Taro 07, welcome to the stream. No, I agree. It'd be great to get some lore content related to Guardian. Like, I like their design. I like their backstory. It's I like their weapons. I especially like their weapons. Yeah, I absolutely still use my Railconda. It remains the king of PvE. Nothing beats Railconda as far as Hadsrest and combat zones, human combat zones are concerned, in my opinion. Unless you're doing also PvP, then sure, Conda is a bad choice. But if you're not doing PvP, then Railconda absolutely demolishes anything that crosses its that is unlucky enough to cross its iron sights. And you're right, Alex, the Mandy also is easy to park. There's that as an advantage. The Caspian, despite sort of being sold as one of... And it's like one of those ships, like, the Caspian has been sold saying, oh, it's so easy to park, it's got these, like, new... whatever. What did I just slam into? Oh, a ring! There's a freaking ring here. I did not see this ring. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, well. What's your cargo on this Mando? You mean the outfitting, or do you mean the actual cargo in the hold? Cargo in the hold, I'm just carrying some garden stuff that I had on my carrier and dropping it off while I'm at it, while I sign up for the CG. And then I'll be heading out to the garden sites. Yeah, Connor, some sites are easier to park at. Some sites are like more hilly and harder to park at. But yeah, I agree. Some sites are actually pretty easy to park at. Exobiology in the Caspian. Now, that is something I personally would not do, because for exobiology, I like flying actually really agile ships and tiny ships. In the Caspian is many things, but agile is not one of them. Agile, well, for a large it is somewhat relatively agile, but for a large, and that is saying something. Alright, let's do some flight assist off flying. Still too far to request docking. Docking requested. It is kind of dark on this side. Exobiology in the Kestrel. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. That actually makes sense. How many resources do you think you will collect? What is your goal? Well, I haven't checked what the 75% threshold is. I mean, first of all, I don't particularly care if I even meet the threshold, because I already have a Maverick suit that they're offering for grabs. And by the way, I have a hunch that they actually set up the wrong reward. I think they wanted to actually do the Dominator suit after they did the Artemis and Maverick. But they incorrectly released the Dominator early last reward cycle before pulling it. And now, instead of giving a Dominator suit, they're giving another Maverick suit. Which, I don't know. I guess maybe makes somewhat sense in the context of like what they're asking us to do. But not really. So, I don't know. I guess maybe we'll have a combat-oriented CG at some point to sort of like give us Dominator G5. Because they clearly have a Dominator G5 that they're ready to give away. In fact, they already gave it away before they took it away. Hey, Klaus Schmidt, welcome to the stream. And the Sidewinder is an awesome ship. It's great that you're doing Collective with a Sidewinder. "26 artifacts is top 75%. Oh, okay. Well, then I already will be top 25% after I turn these in, I think. Go for 100. Yeah, that's a good number, I think. Where about? 100 would require me doing 2 trips. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do 1 trip. Am I all clear around the galaxy? I think so. Is there anything I can turn in? Bounties or things? No. Bonds, no. All clean. Alright. What am I doing? Community goals. Community goals. This I should complete and get my rewards. That's good. And this I should sign up. Alright, let's see. Unlock at first tier. What does that even mean? Your contribution 0. So what do you just do? You turn them in, right? There's no contact where you kind of turn it in the missions, right? It's just sell them on the market. Do I think... Yeah, this... Yeah, clearly the demand is high because they want them to, they want them to sell them here. So we're selling them here. Oh, we could get ancient keys too. Those are fun to collect. Thanks for a follow. Do I think that there will be another Thargoid war in the near future? I actually don't think so, because with operations, the focus is shifting to all these scenario kind of things, which unsurprisingly are delayed, but that I'm not surprised about in the least. Alright, so I think I turned in... I'm already in the top 50%. Oh, that's nice. And I turned in 41. Yeah, maybe if I turn in a full cargo 64, that puts me above 100, so that should be good. And that goes for 100, which is what Mac is also suggesting, which is a good number. So let's go do that. Now we have to do something, which is to pick which site we're going to. And there is a site I like, which is a weapon module blueprint site, which also kind of allows me to grab some weapon module blueprints, which are always handy when you want additional Guardian modified shot cannons, which you should always want, because you can never have too many mod shards. How many jumps away are we? 18 jumps. Alright. Unfortunately, we cannot self-destruct. Oh, wow. Unfortunately, we cannot self-destruct on the way back because we actually have to bring the cargo back. So there's that. But, you know, 18 jumps should be kind of fine. We're going to fire assist off so we can take in some nice views while we spin away. But we do need to get some range out of the asteroid field so that we get out of mass lock range. There we go. Let's dance. You have cleared the no-fire zone. Flight control signing off. Titan bombing was a lot of fun. I have to say, it did get a little repetitive by Titan number 6, 7, or 8. But Titan number 8 and the defense of Sol was like one of the most iconic experiences in gaming history, in my opinion. So that was crazy remarkable. But yeah, Titan number 5, 6, 7 were a bit of a slog after having done it for a long time. Yeah, ancient keys comes from Guardian beacons. That is correct. Which, by the way, are beautiful. If you've never seen a Guardian beacon, go see one in game. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Bring a weapon. You're gonna need a weapon, a ship weapon, like a laser or something to shoot with. That first time I went to our Guardian beacon, I did not bring a weapon, and I felt very stupid. So, been there, done that. How many commodities will be needed to be safe? Moritz Tressel asks. Mackenheimer on the stream suggests about 100, and I agree with his estimate. I think about 100 should be a safe figure. Oh yeah, this would have been even more jumps for sure. Like without the booster and without the Mandalay, it would be like 30 jumps. Easy. We do need to actually sort of hug the star somewhat to fuel up, because we're gonna need the fuel. Are you welcome, Peter and Civ? Yeah, mining laser should also work. Did we receive the... Well, I might actually look... Well, the thing is, it takes some time to collect all these things, and it takes some time to get out there, and it's a thing that not a lot of people are familiar with. Like, how many people have signed up for this community goal? Let's have a look on Inara. Inara will tell us. There's about 3,000, so not a small number, actually. Not a small number. Oh, wow, something happened. What is happening? I got a Guardian relic on Twitch. Does look like a Guardian relic, doesn't it? Purple. Close enough. Like in color. Like hold on, let's review. Hey, the unhinged Kitsune, welcome to the stream. I presume that's Kazai. Did you hear about the guy who stole a calendar? He got 12 months. Good one. Yeah, more mod shards, it would be good. Where am I heading? Asks Pete. I'm headed to a Guardian surface site to collect a bunch of stuff and shoot a bunch of pillars and gather maybe some modules and some Guardian technology components. The whole shebang. What did I want to do? I wanted to check if we had received this Maverick suit. So I renamed my Maverick to Stealth because like the Maverick... oh wait, is there a button here? Oh, there's a back button. But do you know there's a back button which is not labeled back here? I didn't know. Today I learned. Secret back button. Back. Okay. So, I have this stealth Maverick, which has quieter footsteps, night vision, extra backpack capacity, and reduced tool consumption. The quieter footsteps really does it. This is like my mission running Maverick. But now, if they actually delivered the what they promised, I should have a more combat-oriented Maverick suit. There you go. Yeah, extra ammo, damage resistance, improved battery capacity, and extra backpack. This is a fighter's version of Maverick suit. This is like the combat variant. But we want to kind of customize it a little bit because at least as a result, they look different. Hey, Commander DJ Burp, welcome to the stream. I'm killing Guardians today. Guardian drones, probably. So what do we make this look like? I don't know. Like probably not like a snowman. This is a combat thing. We want to make it a little bit serious. But I don't know that we necessarily need to make it look like a Maverick. Maybe. Should we? Should we go with a sort of dominate with the Maverick that looks like a Dominator? How about that? But we put a sort of ugly sweater on top of it. That'd be funny. Is it Mercenary Gunslinger or is it silver? This is a silver one, right? Yeah, this is a silver. Thanks for a follow, Iron Steel. And let's keep adding. Should we make it look like really funky, like combine Artemis? Yeah, let's do that. Let's combine Artemis pieces with Dominator pieces and it looks really weird. How about blue? Oh gosh, this is gonna look so weird. If I do that, I think the blue pads would match better on the already green sweater. What do we put on our knees? What is this thing? Rescuer. Oh, this is new. I think this is like one of the ones that were rewarded in... this is actually a Maverick component. Okay. And then change the color of this thing and go with a green one, I guess. Teal. Rescuer seed teal. Teal or green? Trickster. I like this Rescuer. This is like a CG one. It looks cool. I do have to say the shoulder pads of the Artemis suit just look like garbage. So maybe we kind of get rid of those because like they're just too bad. I have a purple. This is like, maybe we should do the sort of like whole Rescuer kit. It looks cool. What is Photon? This is like a different Artemis suit layout. Okay. But this Rescuer build, this Rescuer looks pretty cool. I like it. It's basically the recolored Pioneer, but you know, Pioneer is good to begin with, so I'm not complaining. This instead is a recovered Coverager. Man, the amount of acid reuse they have for these things is insane. I get reusing some assets, but man, they just literally reskin and recolor everything all the time. So. Okay. And then if we do that, maybe we should also change the helmet. And I don't think we are going to even be able to see the decals. If it's impossible to see. I'll put a triple elite there, but like it's totally invisible. I don't even know where triple elite is. Somewhere at the bottom, I guess. There it is. Oh, this is straight elite. Triple elite is the one that starts on the top. Yeah, this one. Make it white, I guess. Because it's a gray suit. Triple elite. Not that anybody's ever gonna see it. Let's see what helmet do we do. What did they give as the Rescuer thingy? This is the Rescuer teal helmet. Photon blue. Maybe we go with this one. This is indeed sort of fitting. And then do we want to keep the silly sweater or do we want to do the whole Rescuer proper? I mean, the Rescuer looks nice. I mean, the silly sweater looks, well, silly. But the Rescuer looks fancy. Oh, you're welcome, Iron Steel. Like, I appreciate your kind words, and I'm glad the colonization guide was useful. Alright, let's do it. Let's do the actual whole rescuer. And then this is Photon Blue Rescuer Tio. There we go. Actually, I have to flip this out. Terra flag. I have a bunch of things I have no idea where these came from, because I certainly haven't bought them, so they come from some CGs or something. So, complete mystery. But this is the whole rescue kit. It's actually, it's basically a recolored Pioneer, but it's a recolored Pioneer from orange to blue. It's not bad. I like it. Alright. So this is basically, even though it's called Rescue, it really is a combat build. So apply this. And then we gotta give it some guns. And the primary gun is almost always, by definition, the Intimidator, which is probably the best all-around weapon there is, and similarly the Tormentor is the best sidearm, which is less of a combat weapon and more of a mission running weapon with audio masking and noise suppression. Yeah, my throttle is up. I'm on my way to sort of like what do we call this? We call this Maverick Dash Combat. Save loadout. Alright, so now we should have the XSF Flight uniform, and then Dominator, Maverick Stealth, Maverick Combat. I wish you could reorder these, or at least they were ordered like alphabetical order, because this random chronological order just kind of sucks. Also, why does my Stealth Maverick... Oh, because this has the silenced shotgun, that's why. Alright, cool. Alright. I think this does it as far as like the layout for a new... Probably should kind of switch the colors or something. Like, this does not look like a combat suit at all, but whatever. This looks like a combat suit. Oh, this is Dominator. It looks badass. This is the one with the pieces that you get from ranking up. Anyway, alright, let's go. Next jump. I stole all those suits from the humans you sacrificed during the Thargoid War. I don't know if I sacrificed a lot of humans. I might have blasted a few NPCs, but it was for a greater good. Very Tao philosophy. The greater good. Plus, they didn't listen when we told them to get in the way. For those of you who kind of watched the great trial after the events of Titan Haddad, you will know what I'm talking about. For everybody else, you will be very, very confused. But if you want a link to that trial video, I'm happy to post the link in the chat. Hey, I'm not sure I can pronounce your name. Tweerx or something like that. Hello. Yeah, no, go kill some Goids. Like, I'm never gonna be somebody who keeps you from killing Goids. Like, certainly not me. Twisted. Okay, twisted. Okay. I'm not sure how you go from that spelling to twisted, but I'll go with twisted. This game wants you to be a criminal and denies you access to your own carrier. That's somewhat annoying. But I mean, if you enable notorious access, you should be able to dock out your own carrier, even if you're a criminal. I believe. Also, I need to kind of adjust my mic a bit, because like, ugh. Oh, that's better. There's still a Thargoid infestation in one of the nebula. Yeah, the California nebula. We're very often. That's where we do Finance Fridays with the Antique Suit Initiative. And that's where we get a lot of credits for a lot of people. That's part of the process. Oh, I see. Oh, if power security scans you, I guess, then maybe. I don't know. It hasn't happened to me, but good to know that it can happen. Notoriety is 16. I thought notoriety didn't go above 10. How do you get to notoriety 16, Tarif? Alright. How many jumps are we? I don't know. Oh, no way. This song is called Home is where your fleet carrier is, which is serendipitous considering we're talking about fleet carriers shooting you. Yeah, 16 doesn't compute. I thought the max was like 9 or 10. I may be wrong. At least now there's a squadron perk that lets notoriety decay at like much faster rate. Anyway, for those of you who have not seen the great trial after Titan Haddad, I'll send you the link. This was like one of the higher production value videos we ever did. So, this is it. King Space Cups can get you above 10 notoriety? Really? Today I learned. I did not know that. That could be the case. By the way, at some point or another, I want to try fighting the, whatever, blue epaulettes or whatever they're called, like the guys with the station lasers. I'm not sure how I would fight them. I guess from a distance, maybe? I don't know if like railcon. I am live on Twitch right now. On both on YouTube and Twitch, I'm multi-streaming, Tent. You can find me on Twitch if you prefer. But there's more people following on YouTube and on Twitch. There's 6 people on Twitch and 75 people on YouTube as of right now. Thank you, everybody, and hello, everybody who recently connected, by the way. Yeah, those blue epaulettes, they hit hard. But people, I mean, I think Xarian was the one telling me that he used to destroy them all the time. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. All right. And if Xarian can do it, I don't know, maybe others can too. I don't know much about them, honestly, because again, I have never really even fought them. Like, whenever they show up, I'm like skedaddling. Especially since the Anaconda doesn't do well against them, right? At all. Or at least not when you're not paying attention or particularly going for it. The experimental stabilizer tent is to allow you to mount more than 4 Guardian weapons. Guardian or otherwise, well, now I'm not paying attention either. Guardian or otherwise experimental weapons to fight Thargoids. The class 3 allows you to mount 1 more for a total of 5, and the class 5 allows you to mount 2 more for a total of 6. Without those stabilizers, you are limited to a maximum of 4 weapons, of 4 experimental weapons. And since those are the only ones that can damage Thargoids on ships that have the hardpoints and the power distributor to feed more than 4 weapons, having an experimental weapon stabilizer is generally very desirable in this day and age. Noting that you can overdo it. Like, for example, a common mistake, in my opinion, is to mount too many modified Guardian plasma chargers. Those are incredibly disto hungry, and unless you really know what you're doing, you should not mount more than like 3 ever on any combat ship. The exception is if you like Orthros hunting in an Anaconda, you may want to mount 6 for the alpha strike value, but there's no Orthroses in the game right now, so there's no reason for that build to kind of like really leave hangers right now. What am I using for a control widget in the top right of my screen. So I'm using two things that are next to each other. They look like they're connected, but they're actually not. They're two separate things. The keyboard layout is my own editing of a template file for Gnawboard. I can put the link in the chat if you want. This is Gnawboard. And the one next to it, the one that shows the sort of silhouette of a cobra with the arrows, instead is an OBS. What is it called? Where is it? I think I have it in widgets. Gnawboard alerts. Where did this? Twitch alerts. Discord voice prismatic. Input overlay. So this is an input overlay file that a couple of commanders in the Xenostrike Force worked on, and that I think is a nice companion to Gnawboard, so I kind of slapped it there. You're welcome. I can't remember who it was. If it was Jabba or someone else. Like, Mac might remember. Anyway, it's cool things, both of them, I think. Whenever I do like tutorials around controls and the like, I kind of make them bigger. Otherwise, if it's just like flying around, I keep them for the sake of like posterity, so that people know what I'm doing with my controls, in case they are ever wondering. I have a separate video specifically around control setting in Elite, which is actually incredibly important. All right. 7 jumps still. Like, this is quite the trip, huh? Alright. Some people have actually parked Panthers with like 1,000 tons of cargo. I cannot imagine carrying 1,000 tons of like guardian materials. I mean, I can imagine it, but I would never do it. Also note how I'm in a flight uniform when I'm not fighting or otherwise doing stuff on foot. This is like the flight uniform of the Xenostrike Force. All black. Oh, I think the suit is technically classed as dark gray. But it's dark enough that it looks black. Do I still use hoses from time to time? Well, I haven't used it in a little bit, simply because switching time between keyboard, mouse, and hoses is not insignificant, because I gotta re-enable joystick gremlin and the whole chain to make that work properly. So I haven't used it in a while. I do every now and then kind of want to go back to it, primarily because I want to use it for footage and recording external cam footage, which you just cannot do it as well with mouse and keyboard than you can with twin sticks. So at some point when I decide to actually go and record some pretty footage, I will hook up my hoses again. But until then I'm flying mouse and keyboard. It's like, I don't know, it's like I like both. It's not that I have a strong opinion, it's just I'm lazy in terms of switching, and switching takes a little bit of time. How do you pick up the suit after VCG? It automatically shows up, Gerwin. You don't need to quote pick it up. It just appears in your suit inventory. Yeah, mining for merits is definitely a fast way to go about it, especially if you can find like a decent spot with good prices to sell nearby. Do you talk about control settings in SRVs? I'm finally finding I should really finally stop using default after all the garden honey. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't. I don't know why. Maybe I should have, but I guess it wasn't as actual or relevant when I was talking about it, because like people don't spend a lot of time in SRVs. So, but I mean, the default for SRVs is to fly with drive assist off. Drive assist is absolutely terrible, and but once you've disabled drive assist, the default controls are not as bad as the space ones, I think. But anyway, I have customized my controls also for SRVs, and my controls are on the AXI wiki for people who kind of just want to copy and paste them or download them and drop them into their controls folder. Oh, conquering sectors. Like, yeah, the competitive aspect of power play is so out of whack in terms of balance, so it's not even funny. HOTAS with rudders. Ah, yes, HOTAS with rudders. It's tricky. I mean, the whole concept of a throttle in a space game is, I don't know. I mean, if you stick to flight assist on, so you fly your spaceship like an airplane, I guess having a throttle makes sense. But once you sort of start dropping flight assist, then you really want the 6 degrees of freedom that like twin sticks can give you on your like fingertips. Doing it with a HOTAS, and I flew HOTAS for a long time, so I'm not talking conceptually. I know what it means to fly HOTAS. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours flying HOTAS in Elite. But twin sticks is just better, like objectively better, in my opinion. So not objectively, at least in my opinion. As it is one of those things that is like control schemes are a deep personal preference. So I think being objective is kind of tricky. I find it better. How about that? Like probably fair of a statement. All right. We are getting close. Yeah, I mean, if it's a lot of fun. Like, it's honestly, it's really immersive. Like the immersion you get with flying with twin sticks, especially if you have VR to go with it, is unbelievable. It's just almost nothing like it. Maybe probably there is nothing like it. It's really awesome of an experience. So P-Burn said there's a video where I show all of that, but basically you have 6 axes, and typically, I mean, the way I used it is I had on my right stick I had yaw, left, right, pitch, up, down, and roll I had on twist. So it's different than on airplane, right? On airplane you would have like the x-axis be roll and instead have the twist axis be yaw. But because in this game you yaw a lot more than you roll typically, then I kind of inverted it so that I had it that way. And then on the left axis, on the left stick, I had lift, I had lateral thrust, and I had throttle back and forward. Like those were the 3 controls. Like surge, I think is technically called. Like going back and forth, surge, sway, and heave. I think are the 3 terms. Oh, next jump. We got there. Cool. But if you have like those 6 axes, basically you can rotate independently of how you're thrusting the ship, which is really kind of amazing, because like you can basically do these operations where you're kind of flipping around while thrusting the opposite direction with a lot of great fine control that analog controls give you. It's pretty awesome. Hey Alexander Corbin, welcome to the stream. Alright, so now where are we going? Here. Let's bounce. Well, rudders obviously for yaw. I mean, that's an interesting question, because like in my mind, I mean, I know that on airplanes rudders obviously are used for yaw universally, so that's the natural thing for air flight. But for space flight, you know, if I ever pulled out my rudders out of their box, I wonder if I would actually put roll on my rudders. I don't know. I would probably try it. I would probably try and put roll on my rudder pedals and see how it works. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's terrible, but it's the kind of thing I feel I want to try. You need to avoid yawing. Well, no, I mean, yeah, I don't think you can avoid yawing in Elite Dangerous if you want to do any kind of serious combat or any kind of serious thing in the game. But yeah, that would yield to a very different experience, I'm sure. So Guardian structure, but is this Guardian structure where we're going? Is it in nighttime? Oh, that's a bit sad. It's dark. Oh well, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I completely agree, Burp. You gotta try it. You gotta try it both ways and see what works best for you. And Kitsune, I literally have never even installed. I never bought Star Citizen. I guess if Cloud Imperium at some point decides to send me a license, I might try it. But until then, I'm sticking with what I know here. Ooh, too fast. A 3-axis rudder pedals. Wow. Now that I've never heard of. Very cool. Hey Baram, yes there is. If you go on the Canon website, the Canon website has a list of Guardian sites as, I think, an Excel spreadsheet, but I think it's close enough to the PDF that you're asking for that it should do the trick. There are a few ships that have better yaw than pitch, in which it is very interesting and never seen before. There's one in Elite Dangerous too. Do you know what the ship that can yaw better than it can pitch is? Or I think it can yaw almost as well as it can pitch. But anyway, it's a ship that basically you fly by yawing instead of pitching. It's a Federal dropship. The Federal dropship is a fly-by-yawing kind of ship. And it is one of the reasons why the Federal dropship is so unpopular, because it flies in such a weird way. Yeah. I'm not pulling your leg. I only do that on April 1st. The Cobra Mark V can yaw pretty well, but it doesn't have to yaw, because the Cobra Mark V pitches very well too. But the sort of Federal dropship doesn't pitch very well, but it can yaw very well. So you end up with this shit that you're basically flying sideways. It's like the Federal. I mean, maybe I should buy one and show you, because like the way you fly the dropship is like not. It's like one of those oddities of a game that like it's just weird. We are arriving. Alright, let's find a spot to park. Yeah, the Cobra Mark V is fun to fly, although now the Kestrel exists. I'm having, honestly, too much of a blast with the Kestrel versus... So, if I remember correctly, there's... so this is the... Where is this thing? This is the... Where's the thing? Oh yeah, I want to park at the very end, right past this thing here. My gear is down. All right, this is where we're gonna drop. And we're gonna get the Scarab because the Scarab has 4 tons of cargo versus the Scorpion only has 2 tons. So since we're gathering things, we want to have a bit more cargo available. What weapons do people like in the Kestrel? Now that I think about it, I don't think, for whatever reason, I might not have set my controls properly in this SRV. Because I think it might be still set as... it says keyboard and mouse. It should say mech and mouse and keyboard V6. Yeah, it was for whatever reason incorrectly set. Now we're set. Alright, but for whatever reason it's not completely set because like the mode switch is not what it's supposed to be, which is annoying. Having mode switches, UI focus. Oh, minus 5. It's inverted. Is it inverted? Why is it inverted? But anyway, now it works. Alright, night vision, full beam, cargo scoop. Let's go pick up some stuff. Let's put some pips in weapon. Let's this is the first relic. I like number 1. You may want to keep this for the purpose of like we're also gonna stock up on like all the stuff that I need to stock up on because I am kind of probably running low on everything here. Power conduits, well, not running that low, but I guess we'll still pick them up because we're here. Why not? Hey JD, hey Mira J, the adventure is going fine. I mean, there's not much risk out here, as you know very well. Like, so it's just more like taking in the sights, chatting, chilling, enjoying the time together. Right. That's a Guardian technology component. These are the main, or at least one of the most important components in making premium ammunition for Guardian Gauss cannon. So they are quite viable to an AX commander like myself. All right, this is power cell. All right. There's only 20 likes on the stream. Oh, thanks, EJ Burb. Appreciate it. Yeah, these are tricky to get. I agree. And there's also like data that you can scan and get, but I'm almost full on everything except Paternobilus Delta or Epsilon, which is kind of, I think, rarer. So I almost never get any data there. This is a totem. This is one of the things that we want to pick up, so we'll pick this one up. If we manage to get around this little rock where it's stuck. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the Kestrel is a fancy ship, I agree. And tons of fun too. Casket. I think there's another one there. Yeah, urn. So let's go and like load the ship up with these. This cargo is full. Could you please tell me how do you navigate in the right panel? I'm having a hard time to scroll down the actual tab, e.g. when I want to click on the transfer tab to put the cargo to my ship. Well, I have the, I have the mode switch. You should see it like in the top right of the screen. I have my control set. You can see it as like how I'm controlling the ship. Like I have a mode switch on mouse 4, so and then I hit mode switch right and I go to the right panel, and then I have Q and E that kind of navigate the top of the screen. And then sort of W and D that navigate left and right. So like if I want to kind of like transfer my cargo on my ship, I go here and then transfer all the ship. confirm item transfer, and it's done. So it's pretty quick and easy. At least for me. Again, controls, as I said, are a very personal thing. Yes, what works for me may not work for you. Oh, I have to say, what works for me probably is going to work for you better than the default controls, at least. So if you need a starting point that is not the absolute garbage that the default controls in Elite are, then, you know, might not be a bad starting point. The mode switch does not work. Well, it should work. You might have to bound the mode switch in the SRV settings, but it does work. That I can tell you with quite some certainty. Is that a... Yeah, that is something. Did it just send it into orbit? Oh, sometimes it does that. Since Odyssey. It did not do this in Horizon, but it does in Odyssey. It's like very odd. Alright, let's activate the terminal so that we can get the pillars to spawn. You first have to go and wake up the terminal, otherwise they still don't spawn. Oh, hello there. Let's play your minigame, shall we? And then this one on the left. Right here. While we're at it, we can pick up the urn. Maybe even get a scan here. Again, I am basically full of everything about except Epsilon, so I generally don't get anything there. This is a small site, so it's very quick to fill all the pillars, by the way. I think it was you and AB who kind of showed me this site in the first place, I believe. Maybe. I'm sure I remember it correctly, though. Oh, this actually is on the other side. And there was one up front. Yeah, you can do it with limpets and pick them up on the ground, but that doesn't let you pick up on everything else. So, like here, I also want to get a few weapon modules while I'm here and get the Guardian Technology component. So, like, I'm doing it the old school way. But if you just wanted Guardian crap, then yeah, there are faster ways. I think this might be the last one. Or did I count correctly? I'm not sure. Yep. It is the last one. Super easy peasy. Now we can go get our terminal. Oh, I forgot these guys spawn. That's great. More mats for us. More mats for us. We also get mats that are only available from these guys, and which actually are necessary for Guardian shards and some other stuff. So we like destroying sentinels. Now the problem is we don't have a Guardian relic, because I don't even know if I have space for a Guardian relic in here. Because I think I do. Yeah, I should. Let's go get a Guardian relic. I think there's just one that spawns in this way, this side of the universe. I believe, if I remember correctly. Sentinel for sure. There it is. I did remember correctly. Did I pick up the weapon parts? There you go. Alright, let's shoot this guy and pick him out. All right, let's enjoy the views. We are now in the right spot. I want to position myself. I want to actually take a screenshot while I'm here. It's kind of too dark, unfortunately. I wish there was like, but you know, this is the kind of stuff that also kind of works in darkness, I think. I don't know if I have a free camera map though, like properly. Let's play with it for a moment. Yeah, I have it mapped correctly. All right, yeah. This should make for a pretty cool screenshot, I think. Yeah, that'll be cool. Alright, let's drop this guy off. And let's actually... Alright, let's get the scan. It's pretty, isn't it, huh? That's why I said I'm really glad that they did this CG so that people can come and experience it for themselves, because like it's just such a really beautiful thing. And now you will see why I brought point defense on my ship. Or maybe you won't because these guys die too fast.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed. Let's pick up another one of these guys. At maximum capacity. Go back to driving. What is here? Oh, wreckages. That's good. Wreckage component, if I remember correctly, are used in shard ammo synthesis. So there are one things that I basically can never have too much of together with Guardian tech components. Is there other stuff here? Or are these? No, these are just totems. Never mind. It is pretty cool, yeah. How many times you done this over the years? A lot of times. I don't know, 100, something like that. And now basically we go into our ship and relog because we need to reset the site. It will not give us another module without resetting. Wasn't there a thing where you could jump into there and get ragdoll to Mars? Yep, it probably is. I haven't tried it as well. Oh, thank you, Garrison Tucker, for your kind words. Like, I do have some time in the saddle. Like, and again, I have some proper controls, which I think is also the kind of pretty important thing. Like, which mods require Epsilon for Guardian modifications? I don't think that there's things that require Epsilon for Guardian modifications. I think Epsilon are required for ship launch fighters, if I remember correctly. Someone here can keep me honest, but I think that's the reason. You need Epsilons. That's what I thought, yeah. Oh, did I... Can't remember if I lowered my cargo scoop. I think I might have not done it. Thanks for a follow, Fraxon. There you go. Cells. All important technology components. How many do I have? I have only 95. Good. Let's pick up some more. Power conduit. Did they pick it up? Unclear. I don't think I picked it up somehow. Maybe I did. Either that or I kind of drove over it. That component. There's another thing here I missed somewhere. But it's alright. Let's keep rolling. Thanks for a follow, Monkey Ranch. Hey, Mootsie, welcome to the stream. Hey, Shadow Mystery, also welcome to the stream. Your hard points don't converge on a flight line or dimension piece of each trouble with it on your shot. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's wake up the site. Site has been woken up. Let's awaken these other things while we're at it. Go on this one first because this one faces the inside, and then on this one because this one faces the outside. So that's the fastest way to do it while picking up other stuff. I think this might be one of the sort of overall fastest sites to charge from of any kind of any site. It's just so fast. Should do a race to see like who can charge the sites with most time remaining on the timer. They're actually pretty precise since it adds 2 minutes every time you kind of pop open another one of these guys. And I know I skipped it intentionally because like I wanted to come up while I awaken this other one. While that one awakens, I shoot this one here. So by the time I'm done shooting that one, I can shoot this one. See how fast? Really fast. Very, very fast. And now I can drop the relic we picked up earlier into the machine. Relic. Oh, someone's shooting me already. Oh, hello there. And we got another weapon blueprint. Nice. Yeah, I know. I think the Sentinels are really too easy. I mean, I get it, but, you know... Oh, wow. Look at the PD. You see the PD firing? Oh, wow. This is the first time I got hit, actually, with a new PD running. Have you tried it doing it on foot, charging up the pylons? No, I have not tried it. I don't even know if you can awaken them just by walking around on foot. Can you? Maybe. But no, I haven't tried it. Let's pick up the tablet here. There's another sentinel. Hello.
Target destroyed.
That was fast. That was fast. Alright, so we got all power conduits. Sentinel parts we never have too many of. We got those. Let's turn in our hull on our ship. This I think is... no, that's an urn. So we're full for that one. There's something up here in the sky. It's a casket. I know there's pieces of a sentinel. There you go. That's what I was looking for. Wreckage components and power conduits. I'm full. So this I should just... and wreckage component. Good. Have you tried doing on full? I guess, yeah. I mean, you can do it for fan. Like... but, you know. Transfer my cargo. This is slow going in terms of gathering stuff. It's also I'm like doing other stuff, so I guess I could do it a lot faster if I just focused on gathering stuff, I guess. And maybe I should, because otherwise this would take forever to fill up on 64. I am, you can read it in the bottom left of my screen. I'm on call 173 ODJ B25-2. Oh, yeah, I mean, sure, you can, if you awaken them on foot, on SRV, then sure, you can then deal with them on foot too, I guess. Gosh, the aim of this thing without the turret is terrible. And the driving with the turret is terrible. Power con is full. Wreckage components. How many power cells do I have? Those are usually I'm pretty full of. Those are usually not in short supply. Power conduit, alright, that's already full. I can stay where it is, doesn't matter. Pick up a casket here. Let's tear down the... right, make that pop up. There it is. These look pretty. Totem here. Let's go unload and then come back. Whee! Multi-sector for items on the ground. Yeah, that would be nice. ED on Linux. Oh, that's interesting. I have never tried that. Hope it works for you. Alright, we are 1/4 of our load. Now we're gonna speed it up a bit, right? So the Scarab has 4 tons, Supreme Commander, and the Scorpion has 2 tons. Which is usually more than enough for the things you do on foot, but every now and then, like for instance during the CG, it does make you hope that there was a few more tons available. Power conduits were full. Wreckage components, we are not full. It's another power conduit. Hey, Barefoot. That's loading up the relic here. There should be another urn or casket here. Yeah, there it is. One more ton and another load is full. That's the... Stuff up here though. Where? Where's the panel? I don't know what the panel is. Oh well. Too bad. Here too. Where are the destructible panels here? Oh, there it is. I didn't realize it was there. Huh. Interesting. It also sent the conduit all the way there, so like whatever. Another relic and another sentinel. This is convenient spot.
Target destroyed.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. This is a casket. I'll come back and pick it up later. Yeah, I know, right? The Scorpion isn't exactly... Whoa! I was not looking where I was going. I was looking at the chat. Scorpion. I use the Scorpion every now and then. Like, it is definitely a lot easier to drive than the Scarab. That is true. Transfer. The casket. The urn. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Never mind, not yet. This should be full, or close to being full already. Yeah. Maximum capacity. Then we should probably log. Oh, I muted myself. I need a 1-minute break because I have someone coming to fix my air conditioner. I'll be right back. All right, back for now, and I have to be kind of on and off again. Unfortunately, I have to deal with this air conditioning situation. Life has these matters that need addressing every now and then. What? Just Paul. This is one of those data things. Totems. Did I pick it up? No. Somehow managed not to pick it up. So I don't know how the Scorpion is in terms of driving up on this terrain, because like the terrain is very uneven here. Ship kills on foot. Huh. We should try that. We should do a raid and attack a ship with a group of commanders on foot. It would be interesting to see how many it takes to kill an Anaconda. Actually, that sounds like a very Meccan-like event. How many on-foot commanders does it take to kill a cutter with prismatics? So we kind of land a cutter with prismatics, and we see how many people we need to shoot it down to actually destroy it. Or actually kill its shield or something. I don't know. It's actually more a Mirage Mars kind of event than Meccan kind of event, I guess. But if you ever run with it, sign me up. Is it hot or cold in my country? The problem with my country being New York City within the United States, is that it's different every freaking day. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for following along. I need to deal with this air conditioning situation. I appreciate it, but unfortunately we'll have to end the stream here as real life needs my attention. Glory to mankind, Commander Meccan, out.